All right. Episode 165, Wetzel. Congrats. New record deal. Columbia Records. Long time coming. Were you pushing away other suitors, or how did that whole thing?
Were you fighting them off?
Damn, this internet connection. It's gonna be rough.
At the time and what we were doing.
We can't do this.
Yeah, man. Everything's been great so far. You know, they said that they wanted just us to do us. You know, they didn't want to change anything with us, nothing to change with the music or anything. So it was kind of a no-brainer for us.
We missed the very beginning of that because you cut out. You were just saying that like they were the right team because they weren't going to try to change what you're building, right?
We talked to a couple different labels, and it was they just felt it felt right. You know, they had said that they had been watching for a while, and they didn't want to change anything. You know, they had seen they didn't want to change anything that we were doing. So it just all they wanted was the music, man. They're like, man, you go off and do you, and we'll back you. So just felt right.
Was there any entertaining from the country music labels, or was it just regular?
Actually, no, we didn't have any. That's what. Funny, like we didn't have any.
I think the service is really crapping out, unfortunately.
Yeah, we can't really hear you again.
Damn it. Man, we're on the road right now, so it's like really shitty timing. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I mean, we get snippets of clarity, but hopefully, if it happens again, maybe we'll try to figure out another time.
Yeah, another time for sure.
If it keeps happening, then just whenever y'all have time, or you know, in the next couple, whenever I have like sufficient service, you know.
Where'd you say you guys were driving from?
We're coming from Broken Bow, Oklahoma. One of my good buddies, he has a birthday party I've been planning for a couple years, so he had a couple people out, and it was just kind of everybody's been cooped up, so it was kind of fun to get out there and hang out, you know, social distance and shit like that. So
you tweeted your tweets have been hilarious during quarantine, and are they usually under the influence of something, or are you?
Jack Daniels and Whistle Pig here lately.
You don't want to. You posted an interesting Instagram story the other night. It was a broken glass that was just the guy just accidentally elbowed it. I assume accidentally walking by.
The couple stories we're going to have to tell to the people that we're leasing the studio from, but more or less it was just I was writing a song. I've been working on it for like 2 hours, just wasn't making any headway. So I was pretty pissed off at the time, and I told the guy that I have the studio with, I was like, man, we need to get a punching bag or something in here, you know, for times like this. So you just go and beat the shit out of someone when you get pissed off. And so he was like, yeah, I guess you're right. So there was like a half bottle of wine left, so I just smashed the bottle, and then I jumped it through the window. It was a double pane glass. And
I got the video. Motley Crue would be proud. Motley Crue would love it.
I'll send y'all the video. We the whole thing, so I'll send it over to y'all.
I love it. And speaking of Twitter, though, you recently tweeted about. I think you're 28 now. You said, or are you 20?
Yeah, I'll be 28 in like 5 days.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Happy birthday! And you said something about when you turn 30, you're gonna record a real deal, actual country album. Was that a joke? Or are you being serious?
No, I've always I grew up on country music. I grew up on 90s country music, and all the old George Jones, Johnny Cash, Guys like that. So that's kind of what I was raised on. So I mean, my mama, she's a huge country fan, and I got everything for her. So I just felt like I owed it to her to put out a country record that she would thoroughly enjoy. So, yeah, right now, man, I'm just making music the way I want to. I'm just kind of experiencing with sounds and this whole. We're kind of leaning more towards the rock and the loud guitars, the heavier drum sound right now. But I mean, that's just because that's what I'm feeling right now. That's the music that I enjoy making right now. So I feel like I'm gonna do this for a couple more records and just keep trying to make this sound that's me.
Yeah.
I want to create a sound that's different. It's got a little country, it's got a little rock, but if I come away with a genre that nobody's done before, I think that'd be fucking sick. But at the same time, I've always wanted to cut a country record, and I don't think that I've ever done that. Is we get thrown in the country genre. I think because um, I guess the twang and the voice and the places we play and stuff. But I don't consider us country music per se. But yeah, I don't think that I've honestly put out a country record yet.
Right.
So one day I turn 30, that's the day that I'm gonna put out a
Right.
long country record, man. A bunch of steel, bunch of steel,
Fiddle.
Oh man,
Yeah.
we can't wait.
Dude, that'd be cool.
You have the Garth thing.
Yeah, I mean, like for me though, like I kind of dig some of that, like almost like Blink 182 style Jimmy Eat World shit you kind of got going on right now, which is pretty cool. But even in the last song, Sunday or Monday, you start out with, I'm like, is Cole about to rap? Is he about to drop a verse? Like, what's going on here? Was that like intentional? Like, oh fuck.
Well, when we made this song, it was kind of like, that's what we said. Like the first 30 seconds of it, you hear it, like, what the fuck is he doing? Like,
What do you think? Post Malone,
Post Malone vibes, yeah.
You just sound already. All it took was one song, Columbia changed him, but I mean, it was
right.
Sell out. Just came up with the beat, and then we went in, tracked the drums, tracked the bass, tracked everything for it, and but that's what I wanted that song to sound like. I wanted you to get the feel of 90s grunge mixed with fucking old school hip hop, and then early 2000s punk mixed with a little bit of fucking Brooks and Dunn, so.
That's amazing. Well, it's like you said you don't consider your guys still like country per se. Do you listen to what's out there as far as like the main obviously your best bud Parker signed to a major label, as country as it can get. He's gonna blow up hopefully to the moon. He's real deal country. Then you have this wide spectrum with the labels. Do you pay attention to it, or are you kind of like, holy shit, like I hate so much of this, but I like certain things? Or how do you kind of just like not even pay attention to what the current?
I really don't pay attention. So I feel like sometimes if I'm listening to other people and what they're doing, it kind of takes away from what I'm trying to do as a person and a musician. So I mean, I really don't keep up with it. Parker will send me songs, and I listen to them, and people send me stuff all the time. But as far as what's going on with the mainstream stuff, I really don't listen to it as much, and just because I feel like it kind of takes away from what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, you're probably better off for it, honestly.
Yeah, right. What do you listen to? Just on the regular, like?
I listen to a lot of rap, man. I'm a huge rap fan.
New or old?
Do what?
New or old rapper? Got a little mix.
I have two younger sisters. One's 20 and one's 16. So they keep me up to date with all the new rap, and honestly, I don't mind it. When you're at the lake or whatever, right before we go on a show, I'll be playing that shit. I love the bass. I got the subs in the truck, so I want that motherfucker bumping, and so I like the new 80s shit. I don't mind it. But I like how I like the Tupac, the Biggie, all that shit like that. That old Houston rap.
Paul Wall, you Paul Wall guy?
Fucking throw it up.
Would you ever rock a grill? Because I could see you pulling it off, like just a grill, like straight up.
Well, I thought about getting a gold tooth like right here the other day. Thank God somebody taught me how to doing it.
I assume there's some Jack Daniels was had or some fucking 10 edibles or something. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. For sure.
Are you gonna keep releasing songs one at a time like this? Just
No, so we went in before we signed with Columbia. We just went into the studio. Just we were in quarantine, and I was fucking just tired of being at the house. So, like I said, me and my buddy own a studio together.
I'm gonna put a disclaimer on this one.
Because I just felt right at the time. For everybody that was going through quarantine. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're back.
It just felt right for the time being, so we released it, and then we got with Columbia, and it was just kind of my idea. I was like, man, I want to put out another song for the 4th of July. People are gonna be on the lake, people are gonna be out doing stuff. I think it'd be perfect to do it, right before the 4th of July. And they were like, you think you can make a music video? So I hit up my boys. I was like, hey, let's go back home and make this music video really quick. We did. It came out the way I imagined it to. So, but no, I think we're good on the singles. I don't know for sure on an exact date for the record. We've been in the studio. I've been in the studio the last 3 weeks. We've got most of the songs done. So, I mean, this year we'll have a record out this year. I just don't know when. Yeah, we haven't really decided. So,
Do you have a title for it yet?
I'm loving these Sunday, Monday, country with a K.
I've got a couple different ones. I've got a pop country trash.
Love that one. Love that one.
I really think I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah, do it.
That or my music's fucking shit. Throw me in a garbage can. Does this sound like? Does this sound like George Jones to you?
Ooh.
Well, it's like what cracks me up is like a lot of people just don't get your music, right? So if they're like separated from like the mainstream, they're just like, what is it? Like, is this Texas country? Is this what? Like, you're your own thing, like you said.
I think that's why people give us so much shit, is because they don't understand it,
right?
And they try to throw us in a box that we don't belong in. So
you create your own box. We've always said that. Like,
that's the whole deal, man. I mean, we're trying. Like the whole idea behind the music and everything I'm doing is I'm trying to do something different, and I feel like they're not getting that. So whenever somebody tells them, "Oh, listen to this fucking country song," and they hear, "Goddamn, I've lost my fucking mind," they lose their shit. They're like, "This isn't goddamn country," like this is fuck this dude, So like, I think we're kind of misunderstood in a way, but I enjoy it. Man, like our fans are awesome. They're super dialed, so it makes it a lot easier on us.
Absolutely, though. But at the same time, it's like you can sell out a venue that half of major label country artists can't even sell out. So it's like
not even like, just sell out. Like you sell out like 20,000.
You got your own festival in fucking East Texas. Like
there's mainstream country dudes with number ones that can barely sell a few hundred tickets at a bar.
Like
you know what I mean? So it's your fans are rabid. They're just.
It's kind of always been the deal for us. It's just the only reason all this is going on is because of the fans. It's all been word of mouth. We've done everything on our own up until this point. But like I said earlier, as an independent artist, there's only so much you can do, for yourself. And I mean, until you get to that point, that's why we signed with Columbia. They were like, we don't want to change anything about you, man. Just do you. Just give us the record. Let us help push you to, they have the connections to make us bigger than what we could do on our own. So, I mean, nothing's going to change with us, man. I know a lot of people are worried about them coming in and us changing our sound and stuff, but
everybody's worried.
Artists, I want my music to evolve. I want my music to keep growing and coming up with these weird sounds and shit. So, I mean, it is going to change, but not in the way people think. And everybody's like, oh, he's gonna go pop country and shit. Fucking Columbia's not even a Nashville
Right.
label.
Right.
Well, I mean, we were even talking about before we jumped on, like Cody Jinks, for example, was metal and rock and all that stuff. Shifted to country and everything. He's one of the best, you know, or he's amazing. It's like most people don't even know the prior, his, you know, how he came up a little bit. So it's just kind of like people might know you now or just or discover you on your next album or when you're 30, that country album. And it's just like, I think if you're authentic, which we harp on every podcast, it's like, which you're completely
probably the most authentic guy. Like we know.
There's no fucking bullshit. There's no playing to the crowd. It's just you do what you want and you respect the fans. And I think that, I mean, Columbia saw that, so good for them. The fact that you said Nashville labels weren't knocking on your door is exactly why we separated ourselves from Nashville.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
It's just like they're clueless, in my opinion. So,
I mean, fucking, you speak your mind. You don't give a fuck about, you know, what other people think. I think that's what you have to go with anything in life. Honestly, man, like, fuck what everybody else.
There's never been a harder time to not care what people think either. Good stretch. You're cutting out now, but we're gonna get through this thing. Let's give it a second.
We lost him for a minute.
Let's give him a second. This is a good pick right here.
Yeah, right. Like we should just screenshot that.
You happy? You doing your own shit? Yeah, we might have to pull over here in a second when we get a good connection. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah,
it hasn't been bad enough to completely stop. So fuck it. We're gonna put a disclaimer that says it's spotty, but people love you so much you're gonna want to listen anyway. Yeah. So it's like we'll do another one some other time. But like honestly, it's been pretty. Yeah. The beginning was a little rough, but we're good.
With what's going on, it's like we
can a little bit
anytime,
whenever we get the service. You got 2 bars out to eat. Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you. We're back, people. We're back.
Thanks, if y'all can. We're gonna try and get pulled over so we can kind of get this shit squared away. Sorry again for this bullshit, man.
No, it's totally fine, man.
We can always hop back on another time too, and just like do another one. I mean, we're doing this stuff on Zoom now, so it's like
we're cranking them out, which is amazing.
Oh, fucking seriously, these deals, dude. Man, I miss you guys. It's been a while.
I know. That's like what sucks is concerts aren't going to be happening anytime soon, right? There's not going to be any festivals. You're not going to be performing at Joe's Bar anytime soon, or I mean. It's kind of like, when are we going to be able to kind of interact again? And that's kind of where like, shit, like might as well do Zoom. But are you kind of, Granger Smith the other day just did a concert in a baseball stadium, had it all spread out. Like, let's be honest, it didn't look like that much fun. Like if you were there, like that's not your typical concert. But if that's the next phase,
you gotta do it,
like,
right?
Is that what you're looking at?
I mean, good on them. Cause I mean, just like Grange, I mean, like, we all want to get back out there, man. We want to fucking play, like, you know. And them for you know doing that, man. I know Grange personally. He's a good dude, and he wants the best for people, and I think they did it the right way. You know, I mean, that's I mean, it was awesome. But at the same time, just kind of looking at it, man, for us being on stage.
Oh, that's not your.
We want that wild, crazy. The reason we act so fucking stupid on stage is because of the crowd, you know, and the vibe of it. So,
dude, when you were on the podcast here, and then I think my wife, she might have been. I don't think she was pregnant yet, but we went to the Joe's, and there was like a moment where I was like, I can't fucking hang anymore. Like this was just like fucking like whiskey. Like 4 years ago, we were good with that shit, but like your stamina with the drinking is just it's. I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
it's like I said, next week I'm turning 28, and man, the fucking hangovers are just. I was talking.
Oh, you're finished. You're finished now.
Yeah, I would, dude. I was like, man, why are the fucking hangovers like so much? Yeah, I was like, fuck, really worse than they put me in a down padded room, you know.
I mean, once you hit 30, man,
No,
it gets worse. It gets
dude,
worse.
it's just like you have like 3 beers and you wake up the next day, you feel like you got hit by a truck. You're just like, what the fuck is happening?
What's even worse is that I've got on this wine kick.
Oh, that's what we're drinking. A nice little Sauvignon Blanc right here. We were drinking wine because we thought you were gonna be drinking wine. We didn't know you were gonna be
being a fan.
I have a gelato up there. We stopped off. I'm hungover as balls right now, by the way. So like, we gonna stop off and try and grab some twisted teas and some Smirnoffs just to kind of
mellow you
out a little bit.
Yeah, and then we went and ate some Mexican food and grabbed some margaritas with some extra Patron shots. So if I sound a little loopy, it's because I fucking am.
Is that because I noticed that too, like the wine, like especially white wine, red wine I might whatever, but white wine, I get a little like my eyes get a little tired. I kind of just start like, feeling loose.
It's a different drunk.
Yeah, it's completely different, right?
The face gets a little warm and red, and you're like, all right, I like this.
Were you drinking? You weren't drinking wine when you threw the shit through the glass, right?
I was drinking red wine. I got into the cabs, the Pinots, the Malbecs.
I love Malbec.
Big Malbec guy.
And I've even got to the countries that are like the Argentinian grapes.
I was just gonna say Argentinian wine is my favorite.
Bro, same.
Yeah,
same.
Right. I love anything that's not from California for some reason.
Yeah.
That's the best.
I like a good Napa.
Yeah, me too. But I intentionally try to get something like exotic or whatever, something from somewhere else. My parents are not from this country, so I'll even go to a liquor store and get like Croatian wine because it's amazing, and my dad was born there, so I'm like, I want something different. And you get less of a hangover, in my opinion, from the wines that aren't made here. I don't know what goes on. Beer too. Foreign beers and foreign wines, you get less of a hangover. That's my personal study I've done.
I can't I'll drink a bottle and then I'm like, oh, I'm not really all that drunk. I'll have another glass and I'll end up drinking another bottle. And I'll wake up next morning, why the fuck does my head hurt so bad? And then I'll be like, oh, okay.
Sulfites.
It was the 3 bottles of wine you had last night.
Those fucking sulfites.
No, man.
What's your, you don't got to talk about money, but like for us, if we're going to splurge a little bit, maybe it's a $20 bottle of wine over here at the nice little liquor store. Are you drinking expensive shit, or are you kind of just being a normal guy with your?
So I live in a pretty small town in Texas, about an hour south of Fort Worth. So all we have is it's like a grocery store. It's called Brookshire's. And they have, I think the most expensive bottle they have might be $30. And it's complete garbage, complete dog shit. But whenever I go into Fort Worth or I go into Dallas, I splurge a little, I'll get a nice bottle of wines. I like a good bottle of wine, man. So
yeah, me too. I was at my brother-in-law's place, and his dad's a big wine guy, and I had something from that he was aging. It was like 1980 something. It was like in a thing, and like the label was peeling off, and he's like, "Try this," and it almost had like an unfiltered like pulp to it. Yeah. I don't know if you've had. Oh my god!
It's like the black shit in the bottle.
Yeah, you can drink gallons, and you feel fine the next day, right? Because there's no sulfites, there's no preservatives, there's nothing in there that's going to give you the hangover. If anything, you're getting like antioxidants and all this shit with the.
We went to damn Disney World not too long ago, and I didn't know that there were there's like 6 or 7 parks or whatever. I didn't know there was like kid parks and then there was like adult parks, right?
Yeah, so like the beer place.
We spent like 2 days at these fucking kiddie parks and like riding the rides and just kind of going like, oh man, this is pretty cool. And 2 of the guys in the band, they were like, they didn't want to go one morning. She's like, fuck y'all sleep in. So they slept in to like lunch. And what was that place? What was the one y'all went to? The park? Epcot. Yeah, they go to
Yeah,
Epcot.
yeah.
I had no idea what Epcot was, bro. So like they're like, bro, we saw Boys to Men, went backstage, got to meet them, tried all these wines, all these whiskeys. I was like, oh fuck was I was over there, riding the goddamn Jurassic Park ride and trying to use my wand on Wingardium Leviosa, the Harry Potter world. You know what I mean? Like, I was fucking, well, whatever.
Have you heard of? I mean, you're not a dad, but like the Dilfs. I think there's like a Instagram account like the Dilfs of Disneyland or Disney World. Have you seen that? So it's just random people just take photos of good-looking guys walking around Disney World, and they just call them Dilfs, and then they just post it on this account, be like Dilfs of Disney World or Disneyland or whatever.
Oh,
I'm surprised you're not on there.
Yeah, you might be.
Jesus Christ, I gotta go.
Yeah, the ladies love you, by the way. You just because you got a persona that's unmatched. You're out there catfish noodling. You're doing all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
You're not trying. You're not trying to be this fucking like. You're not
trying to be a sex symbol.
You're not that chiseled jaw. Parker with that chiseled jaw and the beautiful.
Yeah, I give him shit all the time. I'm like, man, like back in the Gap, like you would have been one of those Greek statues that they made. They were like, let's pick that fucking guy. Let me Parker over there, just all, I don't think he works out. I think he's just naturally that looks like.
He's just born that way.
Yeah, I just had a fucking chimichanga and a cheese enchilada with 5,000. So whatever, dude.
You wrap it up or with a connection?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, what else we got?
What's good with y'all, man? Like, how's Chi-Town and everything?
Dude, well, it was terrible with we were locked down for a while, and then it seemed like our city did a really good job, like
keeping everything like really like in good shape for the most part.
I mean, compared to Nashville seems to just be like,
shit
hey,
right
like
in Florida,
Broadway bars and shit. Like,
fuck, bro.
Yeah. What was that?
I said the people down in Florida don't give a shit.
Exactly. So some of these states that were
like, we locked it down really hard for like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks.
Did y'all get put on lockdown? Did they lock down?
Everything closed, so it was kind of like, all right, but like people here seem to kind of
embrace it
and do it, like, and then as soon as they open up the bar or they open up the
patio bars,
because Chicago is such a massive city, there's a lot of patio space. So that was the first thing that opened, was just patios. So so people were like, okay, cool, I can be outside, where your chances of getting it are very, very slim, obviously, like if you're outside in that way where you're spread out.
Yeah.
So people started sitting outside on patios, and then they waited for a phase and then did 25% inside, where I feel like Nashville just like opened, and then everybody like ran to Kid Rock's bar and like piled on each other.
And then they got like COVID, and then they were like, oh, we got to close it.
Yeah. It just like, it's the weird thing is, like, every city has done it differently. And then here it's nice. I mean, just before here, we were pounding Negronis at this old Italian restaurant down the street from the office. We were just throwing them back, and it's just nobody was around us. We were just sitting there.
I feel like there's just nobody, like there's just so much misinformation. Like nobody knows, man. So it's just really hard to tell.
Every other day is something else about mask, not mask, this, that, go here, don't go here.
It's on surfaces, it's not on surfaces. It's in the air, it's not in the air. It's like there's no consistency.
No, you don't have to wipe your like we were wiping our groceries with Clorox wipes.
Just like wiping everything.
I'm like, I don't know. Are we supposed to be doing this? And then a week later, they're like, hey, never mind. You don't need to do that. You're just like, oh, okay.
Well, okay.
That's how we've been in the studio. We've just been getting Uber Eats and shit like that. And as soon as we get the bag, we'll like wipe it down, fucking go wash our hands, and then start eating or whatever. But
well, you guys were supposed to play that show in Idaho, right? And then you kind of pulled back on it because Chris Jansen got shit on for that.
Oh, I mean, you after that blowback, you must have been sitting back, being like, "Woo!" Because you didn't play there.
It was all really just kind of coincidence that it happened. So we were on our way up there. I mean, we were to headline one of the nights, Friday night.
Right.
We get to Laramie. I mean, we're probably 10 hours out. We leave Thursday morning, and our bus breaks down like 50 miles outside of Laramie. And our guitar player was running like he'd been feeling bad for a couple days, but on Thursday he was running like 102-degree temperature, like he was sick as fuck. So we quarantined his bitch ass in the back of the bus, and like sliding like ham and cheese under the door, and like opening real quick, throwing him a bottle of water and shutting it real fast. We thought he had corona, bro. And so we make it back to Laramie. We take him to the hospital. He passed his antibody test, and then but at that point, man, we didn't know what was going on, so we went ahead and just called the show.
That was smart. I mean, you guys made a good call.
Yeah, but it was just, I mean, we didn't want to put anybody in danger, and we were all pretty pretty worried about it too.
I don't know
it came back, everything came back negative. So
good, yeah.
He just had like a really bad ear infection, and he got really bad sick. But I mean, it was better for us to be safe than to.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that complicated. The way you just described that, it's like it's not that complicated. Just okay, like yes or no. Okay, no. Obviously, we're not going to do it. You had a guy that was sick, and that's it. Like, but it becomes this politicized, like, weird thing. Where now, like, Chase Rice obviously was like the other. Yeah, like it just
people were getting, I mean, people are still. I mean, like I said, dude, we're all trying to get out there and play, but at the same time, we gotta get this shit over with. It's at some point.
I mean, it's a weird thing though. The Chase Rice thing, which was all over the news, was the venue itself did everything they needed to do, right? They were like temperature, but then it was like this weird moment of like everybody rushing the stage.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get to this point where where you're performing, and I don't even know, like, what do you do? Do you stop the show? Do you
like as a performer? If that was you in that situation, are you like, hey, everybody, back up? Like
that's what I mean.
So like, how do you handle that?
It's like a weird position a little bit.
But when you haven't played a show in 3 months, it's kind of like, you're excited about that. You want all that to happen.
You're locked in.
I feel like it was more Nashville people that were getting bashed than anybody else. Like,
yeah.
Just I guess the whole Nashville politics deal, bro. They were fucking reaming these guys.
Well, and that's 100% like thing too. That's 100% it. It was like everybody was railing on the Nashville guys like Chase and Chris, but then like Chris played at a whole festival that you guys were gonna play at. Like
there was other artists.
Nobody gave a shit about the other artists that were playing there, and it's just like they want to rail on the Nashville politics, and that's how it is. And
we gotta have something to bitch about at all times, man. So that's what keeps the world going around.
We're gonna let you go in a second here, but you said there's an album coming. Anything else on the horizon? Are you thinking of ways to kind of get some fans together for like a safe concert? Any of that thought out there?
We do have things in the works that we're trying to do, but like I said, man, things are changing every single week, so it's just really hard to get something set in stone because nobody knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
So, man, honestly, we're just I've been in the studio, just fucking we've been in the studio working our asses off, just trying to get. That's our main priority right now, just get this record done since we have so much time. When we're before all this stuff, we were on the road. I mean, we play fucking a little over 200 shows a year, so we never really have time to be in the studio. So we're just taking this opportunity to get in and just make music again. So
yeah,
I think it's kind of been a blessing for us to get in and go in and do this stuff, with the shitty situation that's going on. But it's been good to just get in the studio, man, and start making music again. And this record is our first priority right now, and hopefully just getting new music out to people.
Love it, dude. And we'll have you on again soon, hopefully. And you can, even if you want to play some acoustic stuff or you want to do whatever, when you have a Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, no shit. I'll play y'all some shit off the new record, hopefully, man.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, dude, if you want to just send it to us, man, we won't share it. We're cool like that.
Also, I think we're in Chicago now, but I think I almost have him, but I'm going to be moving to Colorado probably in the next year. So we're going to be in Colorado next. So I think you're going to like Colorado. Obviously, you probably like Colorado.
Where you moving to in Colorado?
Not sure 100% yet, but there's a lot of areas around Denver. we just
I love
want to have mountains and stuff. I just want to take edibles and sit in the backyard and stare at the mountains.
I
That's
better
it.
get a fucking invite.
Oh fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
dude,
dude!
yeah.
We're gonna make our office out there, and then
You're always welcome.
you're gonna be great shirt.
Thanks.
God bless.
Yeah.
Brandon
Well,
Love.
Coming soon,
Drive.
man.
Make sure you guys drive safe.
Yeah, drive
We'll do this
safe.
again, dude. And
For
congrats
sure.
again on the album or on the record deal.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Hey, y'all take care of yourselves, man. Stay safe, and hopefully we'll see y'all soon. All right.
All right. Love you, brother.
Later.
Cheers, man.
Now, how do I turn this fucking thing off?